In this video, we'll explore operators and expressions. So let's start with arithmetic operators. They are used to perform basic mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Let's take a look at some examples. Let's declare two variables, let a equal 10, let b equal 5. Now we can compute the sum of these two variables using let sum equal a plus b. So in this case, if a is 10, it would have 10 plus 5, which is equal to 15. Let's check that using a console log. Run the program, and you will see that 15 is printed. Now expressions are a combination of values and operators that result in a single value. So a plus b is considered an expression. A plus b minus c, or a times b, is also considered an expression. So knowing that, let's compute the difference using let difference equal to a minus b. In this case, it's 10 minus 5, which is equal to 5. Let's also print this. Run the program, and you will see 15 from the sum and 5 from the difference. We can also compute the product using let product equal to a times b, and the quotient using let equal to a divided by b. And these are all the basic arithmetic operators that you can use. But we have one more operator that you should know about. And this is the modulus operator, or the division remainder. If you're not a math person, don't worry, it won't get any harder than this. This is literally all the math you need to know to be a successful programmer. Here is the basic syntax for using the modulus operator. You can have a const result equal to a modulo b. So in this case, if we remove what we have above, just to see the code better, 10 divided by 5 is exactly 2. So the remainder is 0. Let's print the result, run the program, and you will see that it's 0. If we had 10 divided by 3, the result would be 3, and the remainder would be 1. If we had, for example, 15 divided by 5, it's exactly 3, so the remainder is 0. We have to save the file first, of course, and then run the program. The remainder is 0. Now, when do we use the modulus operator? One use case is when we want to test if a number is odd or even. So for example, 2 is an even number, but 3 is an odd number. 4 is an even number, but 5 is an odd number. And we can observe that if we do a modulo b, where b is 2, we can know exactly if a number is odd or even. Because odd numbers always have the remainder equal to 1, and even numbers always have the remainder equal to 2. 5 and 2, remainder is 1. 6 and 2, remainder is 0. 7, remainder 1. 8, remainder 0. And this is one of the only scenarios you'd want to use the modulus operator. Next, we have comparison operators. They help us compare values and determine whether they are equal, not equal, greater than, or less than one another. Here are a few examples. Let x equal to 7, and let y equal to 12. Then we can have a variable is equal that is equal to x double equal y. If you want to check they are not equal, let's create a new variable is not equal x exclamation mark equal 5. Then is greater x greater than y, and is less x less than y. So to verify if two numbers are equal, you have to use double equal. To verify that they are not equal, you have to use exclamation mark followed by an equal sign. And if we were to print all of these results using console log is equal, you can leave a comma and then type the variable name equal. Let's have one for each of the variables that we had. So it's not equal, greater, and is less. So this will print is equal, space, and the value that this variable has. So let's try that. And you will see that 7 is not equal to 12, so is equal is false, and is not equal is true. Is 7 greater than 12? No. Is greater is false. Is 7 less than 12? Yes. Is less is true. Now let's move on to logical operators. They help us combine multiple conditions to determine the final truth value of an expression. Remember, expressions are things like x is equal to y, a plus b, and stuff like that. So we have three main logical operators. Let's remove this. And the first one is AND, that uses these symbols. The second one, OR, and the last one is NOT. Here's an example. Let's have a variable is raining, that is a boolean, equal to true. Then another variable has umbrella, that is equal to false. Now, if we have a variable, for example, stay dry, when do we stay dry? When it's raining, but we have an umbrella, so it's raining and has umbrella. And when do we go outside? Go outside when it's raining or has umbrella, because we can also go outside when it's raining, right? We can go outside if it's raining or when we have an umbrella. Now the third example is sunny. When is it sunny? When it's not raining. So in this example, we use logical operators to combine conditions related to the weather based on two variables. It's raining and has umbrella. Now let's see how it works. You know that Boolean values can only have two values, true and false. Now to understand all of this, you need to learn what a truth table is. And a truth table is a representation used in logic and computer science to illustrate the possible outcomes of a given set of logical expressions, such as AND, OR, and NOT operations. The truth table helps us understand how these logical operations work, such as what is true and false. What about true or false? So this is what we are going to explore. Let's go through the truth table for each of these logical operators. For the AND operator, you will see that it returns true if both operands are true. So true and true is equal to true, but all the other combinations give us a false result. For the OR operator, you will see that it returns true if at least one of the operands is true. So true or true is true, true or false is also true, false and true is also true, and the only false result is when both the operands are false. And for the NOT operator, it just inverts the value of the boolean. So if the value was true, applying NOT will make it false. If it was false, the result will be true. Now just know that these are really important concepts, and these tables are something that you will need to use for the rest of your life as a programmer. So make sure you learn them. Now let's get back to our code. Remove all of this and continue with our last type of operators, which are assignment operators. The most basic one is the equal sign that we already used. So when declaring a variable, let a equal to, the equal is called an assignment operator. But there are also compound assignment operators, like a combination of operations and assignments. For example, let b equal 5, and then b plus equal 5. This is equivalent to typing b equal to b plus 5. So we want to increment the value of b by 5, meaning b is 5 plus 5 equal 10. We have a similar operator for subtraction, so b minus equal 5 is equivalent to b is equal to b minus 5. So b will be the new value that we assigned, 10, minus 5, which is equal again to 5. And we have the same for multiplication and division. So b times equal 2 means b is equal to b times 2. So b will be equal to 5 times 2 equal 10. b divided equal 4 is the same as saying b equal b divided by 4, which means b is 10 divided by 4, which is 2.5. Now I know this is a lot, but understanding operators and expressions is essential to working with JavaScript. Take your time and go through these steps once again, and make sure you learn the truth table and how to use all of these types of operators in your own code.